Yes. And then they take the cinnamon and sprinkle and they roll it up. Okay, I tried that, and it was a complete, utter, just mess for me. It just leaked out everywhere. If you put it in the fridge to cold proof, the sugar will actually turn into a liquid and just leak everywhere. And it was just a mess for me. Now, it baked up pretty and all, but the bottom of it, whenever it baked, it actually kind of got really black because that sugar had set to the bottom. So I just started Googling and dealing with different tries. And so this is what I found on the recipe that I'm going to go get right now because I didn't grab one. Is the key is adding flour into the mixture. And so the cinnamon filling actually has, and some people don't use butter. I've seen don't use butter, but I've used butter because it helps, I think, make everything combine well. And it almost, I don't know if you ever made like a crumble before. Yes. It's almost like a crumble in a way whenever I make this. So it starts with one half stick of butter, which is 4 tablespoons. And this has been sitting out a while, but I actually like to nuke it for just a minute and get it really good and soft.
And I like these because you don't have to measure them. You can buy them like
wonderful.
this.
Yes. I love the half sticks. That's what I go to all the time.
I love dummy proof anything.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to add 60 grams of brown sugar to the butter. Are you liking the scale? Are you getting used to that wonderful tear button to where you don't have to really take out a lot of measuring cups and all that? Mm-hmm. It's like game changer for me. Okay, let me tear that out.
I'm just like Carla said. Adding it up, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like Carla said. It don't matter if you forget to put it to grams or whatever. Like,
yeah, we'll get it worked out. Okay, so what did I say? 60.
60. I'm like, oh, I did 17, so if I add 15, that'll be 32.
Yeah, I've done that. Yep. Or then like the oil and then the maple syrup, that's total 30, you know? Yeah.
Y'all been making me do math.
No, one time I thought I teared it out and it added everything back in, and I went to pouring and I was like, oh my gosh, what? Oh, well, we just
I think I went a little over on the sugar last time to 70 or 80. If you like it more sugary, that's fine, but just between 60 70. Flour.
And you know, if you put your bucket on your scale before you turn it on, it automatically zeroes out.
I found that out too, accidentally.
I just sit it on there.
All right, that's a good song. It's been a while since I've heard that. All right, so 40 of flour. Tear that out. And 6 grams of cinnamon is a lot. You don't even realize how light cinnamon is. And I was like, 6 grams? That's it? And then you start to do this and you're like, oh, 6 grams is quite a bit. You know? Yeah, I bought the big thing too. A little pinch of salt.
See, I don't like that pinch. Give me some numbers.
Yeah, I know. And then if you're doing cinnamon raisin, of course, you're going to have the raisins out. I keep mine in the fridge. And some people, you can read that some people soak their raisins in water to plump them up. They're going to be fine. I don't ever do that. I've never had a problem with them not being plump. I don't know. But some people, who was it? Somebody soaked it in, I don't even remember. Was it?
Was it lemon?
It could have been that with some vanilla.
Was it lemon
extract.
Juice or
No, I think it was like some like bourbon or something. I don't know. But anyway.
I'll get quick cooked out, Carla. It's okay.
And that's all. So the raisins are just. What am I doing?
Me and raisins have a love-hate relationship.
Well, my daughter calls them little moles. She hates
It was
them.
your daughter. I knew it was somebody's daughter. I was like, if you make them plump, they're
So
really
she
going to
said,
look like
Mom,
those little bugs.
can you just make cinnamon raisin bread? Just cinnamon bread, please? I was like, okay, I will.
All I think about is that they're prunes. That's all I think about.
And so the
Are they
flour
mini
is going to
prunes? You know what
actually
raisins are?
make this nice and it
Dates
together.
Dates.
And
Okay.
this has been my secret, and I'm going to cook a cinnamon raisin for you in just a minute to show you how it does not leak. It stays all in when you shape it. It's just lovely. And it's a real thick mixture. And if you actually let it sit on the counter and it kind of cools off because the butter's melted, it'll kind of be hard. And you just pinch it off if you let it sit. I make this ahead of time and I'll stick it in the fridge to kind of cool it off. but it'll spread great like this. It's lovely. So that's that, and I'm gonna now take the dough, because the dough, look, it's ready. All right, so whenever we started, everybody's recipe is right at the 1 on the bucket. And so now mine is right at the 2. So this means that it's done bulk rising and it's ready to be cut into 2, because this makes 2 small, or like 1 humongous, which
Regina,
is
if it's
too
warm in
big.
the house, that'll rise quicker.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I set mine
So I actually started, I mixed this at 9. So how many hours is that?
Yeah, if it's just in your house, just without any warmth, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially the wintertime, you'll see that it's gonna take longer.
Just warm
So
up your oven and then turn
whenever,
it off
that's
and
what I
set
do,
it in
and I
there.
set it, I don't set it in, I set it near it, because mine's gas and it just, it's so hot. The heat comes right out here, and if
Oh,
I
yeah,
set it
that's
right
perfect.
here, it's just nice and warm right there. I mean,
I turn my oven light on for like an hour and a half because
Oh,
I use my
yeah.
fridge
Well, that's
water
smart.
and I turn it off for an hour and a half and then set it and it's like,
so a lot of people nowadays with the newer ovens have a bake, being a proof. Mine has a proof,
I have
a
a
bread
proof,
proof, but when I researched it, it's too hot.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's
It's to do
150 or
that, but
something,
it's too
but
hot.
it's too hot. It'll actually
I
bake
didn't
it.
either, because I thought I turned everything off on mine and it was still, I was still
Yeah,
watching. I was
yeah.
scared I was gonna cook my
Bake it,
bread.
yes. And I set mine back in the day when I was learning on a heating pad, and I cooked the bottom of the bottom part. It was just nice and hard, and then the top part was rising. But I was like, ooh, I just ruined that.
I set mine outside
She did too.
Yeah, I learned to do that.
when I needed to. And in the wintertime, it's gonna heat up because I'm gonna sit it right up under the vent and let it blow.
And it should basically come out of the bucket clean. And if it doesn't, I just kind of scrape with my hands, whatever's left over. Now the shaping part is a really big deal. This is the part that needs just practice. And it's so important for you to, when you shape your loaf, to create a very nice top tension on it without busting it. And the problem is when you start adding all your lovely inclusions, they like to bust out the top. So you have to know the amount you need to give it before you break open the top part. And it's really something that you only get with practice. So just keep on practicing. Eyeball it. You don't have to be perfect. And so we hopefully have been doing bench rest after this stage, where when you get your dough, you put it into 2 rectangles like this. And you can just kind of press it out. And then one part over, the other part over.
This is part of
Now,
my
when you roll it, this is what you need to practice on, okay? When you roll, roll, but pull it towards you a little bit, okay? Because that helps create that tension. When you roll, pull it just a tug like this. You see how
This isn't the part where you can sprinkle flour or anything on it to.
I don't usually use flour unless I'm sticking to it,
Okay.
unless I have to and I can't shape it. And then I actually can use this when it gets a little sticky, but I just don't use that much flour because it helps seal your loaf in good, especially if you have inclusions. And that's the bottom part. And then I take my hands and I push the bottom part as I'm dragging it, and this mat helps create that tension. And then I turn, and then I pull it, turn it, pulling and turn. Now, was it Taylor that did like something like this? She did
Yeah,
like a
that's
turn
how I
and
do
pull.
mine.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
I turn and pull,
You
and
just
like you
want-
can
see
feel the top
You can
of
see
it.
the top as I'm dragging
Yeah.
it. You can see it getting tighter, and then you turn. You kind of drag the bottom. If you want to use this, and you kind of put it at an angle, scooch it down like this, and you can help turn it like this. Scooch it down like this, and that's so important. Whenever you get that good oven spring, you'll see when you do your little score and it bursts open like it's just popping open. That's because you've created great tension.
And you normally can tell when it has some good tension, like it's the top is like
All right,
almost kind of
so who wants to practice?